Welcome to Carriage Driver Center Training. Website, driving training for adults. Enjoy your free lesson.
And here we go. Welcome to Carriage Driver Center Training. Driver training for adults. Yeah, we'll do some lane changes today. And let's try to learn something today. We're not watching these videos just for fun, but we want to try to learn something about the most dangerous thing that we consistently do over the course of our lifetime. Drive a car. That was an uncontrolled intersection right there, so I slowed down and looked left, right, left, right. So we're looking all the way up ahead with our eyes. Keep my eyes moving 2 times per second, looking for danger. We'll be covering a lot of things in this video, so pay close attention. Try to learn something. Today we're going to do some lane changes. So we'll be covering a lot of different things. So here comes the stop sign. You want to make a complete stop right by the stop sign. We're going to go right here. I turned the signal on a little bit late. But we always want to signal well in advance. And a complete stop right by the stop sign. Looking left, it's hard to see because of the parked cars. So we have to pull forward, and now we can go. So first thing right away on this divided 4-lane, we'll make a lane change to the left. And it's always a step-by-step process. Signal is the first thing, and then this mirror, your outside rearview mirror, and then look in your left blind spot, make sure there's nothing right next to you, and then you can pull over. So a lane change is a step-by-step process, and it's 4 steps. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, and then you can steer, not before. Most people get very anxious when they make a lane change. What most people do is they signal, look, and go all at the same time. But most people have never been taught much about driving in the first place. And so here's an intersection, and I'm looking left, right, left, right. It's safe to go. Everybody looks like they're stopped or slowing down. And now I'm creating a safe following distance in front of us. We want a minimum of 3 car lengths at 30 miles per hour. And that's probably about 4 or 5 car lengths. So the more space you can get around your car, the better. We're going just about as fast as the cars in front of us. We're just further behind. We have a safe following distance. Speed limit is 35, and we're going 35. So now I'll make a lane change to the right. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, and then it's safe to go, then I can go. And we're checking out this intersection, left, right, left, right. And we have a safe following distance behind that truck. 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. A minimum of 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So we'll make a lane change to the left. Step by step, signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, then you can go. Not before that. You always have to complete all 4 steps before you can steer over into the next lane. Most people are rushing it. They're anxious. 98% of us are the same way. We can never go fast enough. So remember that, folks. We can never go fast enough. It's just that you've never heard anything like that before. Most people have never been taught much about driving in the first place. So we have a red light, so we're going to stop 1 car length away from the van in front of us. That's close enough. Now we've got a little extra space between us and that van. The light turned green, so we're gradually going, and we're looking left, right, as we're creating our safe following distance right away. And now we'll make a lane change to the right. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot. Then you can go. Always take your time. Just like that. Always take your time when you're making a lane change. Always take your time when you're making a lane change. You don't need to rush. Speed limit is 35 and we're going 35. Now we'll make a lane change to the left. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot. Then we can go. Always do it 1 step at a time. 1 step at a time. And always take your time. You don't need to be rushing. I'm looking left, right, and they're all stopped or slowing down. So now a lane change to the right. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, and then I can go if it looks safe. That's it. Still 35 miles per hour. And we have a safe following distance. And when we have a safe following distance, there's 2 main advantages. We have more reaction time, and we can see better. We can see better. Now at the next stoplight, we'll go to the right. So I'm going to turn on my signal. First I have to make a lane change. Mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can pull over into this turning lane. There's a lady coming across the street. I have a green light, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait back here so she knows I'm waiting. I'm not going to push it out there and frighten her. I'm just going to wait back here. Now I'll roll a little bit because she's almost there. The truck will turn. My light just turned yellow, but I'm in the intersection, so I'm going to go. Right into the right lane. And I'll make a lane change to the left. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. Then I can go, not before. So it's always step by step, people. Step by step, that's the way you make a lane change. We don't want to make a lane change right here because here comes an intersection. We don't want to be making lane changes by intersection. Now we'll make a lane change. Signal, see what's in that mirror, and then see what's in that mirror, and then look over your shoulder into your blind spot, and then you can go if it looks safe. That's the way you make a lane change. Step by step. Easy does it. Now I'll make a right turn at this light, so I'm making another lane change. Mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can pull over to make my turn. Slowing down, the light is green, I'm looking left, right, slow and controlled turn right into the right lane. Speed limit here is 30, we'll go a little slower. We'll go 20, 25 here for now. Just while we're making this video, we'll go 20, 25. So now we'll make a lane change to the left. Step by step, signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. Make sure you see what's in those mirrors. Make sure you see what's in those mirrors. So now we'll make a lane change to the right. Signal, see what's in the mirror, see what's in that mirror, and then look over my shoulder and find blind spot, and then I can go. And now we'll make a lane change to the left. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. And I'll make a right turn. Looking over my shoulder on a right turn. Slow and control. Slow and control. Right into the right lane. Good. Looking all the way up ahead, I see my light is green. There's a slight hill up there. So we really can't see all the way ahead. My light just turned yellow. I'm in the right lane, and I'll make a lane change to the left. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. Always make sure you see what's in those mirrors. Most people don't use their mirrors effectively because nobody ever taught them much. So see what's in those mirrors. Use those mirrors. This is where you see what's coming from behind you. That's where you see what's coming from behind you. And the light's green, I'm looking left, right. Left, he's slowing down. Right, nobody's coming. We're looking all the way up ahead. Our light is red. Welcome to Carriage Driver Center. Driver training for adults. And today we're going to talk about having a safe following distance. Always having a safe following distance. And to calculate our following distance, we'll use 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So if you're going 10 miles an hour, you want to be 1 car length away, minimum. That's the minimum SFD. What's SFD? Safe following distance, right? Safe following distance. That's what we're talking about today. Always having a safe following distance. Now we can go. And we're looking all the way up ahead with our eyes. Keep our eyes moving, looking for danger. Now lane change to the right. Signal. Mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. You always take your time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to rush. So today we're talking about having a safe following distance. 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So if I'm going 30 miles an hour, how far back do I want to be? 3 car lengths, right? And if I'm going 40 miles an hour, 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So if I'm going 40, how far back do I want to be? 4 car lengths, correct. That's the minimum safe following distance. What does that mean, that that's the minimum safe following distance? What does that mean, the minimum? That means that's the least far. I'm looking left, right, it's safe to go. The minimum safe following distance, that means that that's the least far away you want to be at that speed. So if you're going 35 miles an hour, always round up to the next biggest number. So if I'm going 35 miles an hour, how far back do I want to be? 4 car lengths, that's correct. At least 4 car lengths. A minimum of 4 car lengths at 35 miles an hour. So he's pulling right in front of me, so I let off on the gas slightly to, now the light turned red. So now we have to make a stop. So 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So if I'm going 25 miles an hour, always round up. So if I'm going 25 miles an hour, what's the minimum SFD? 3 car lengths, right? Always round up. So if I'm going 50 miles an hour, what's the minimum SFD? Right, 5 car lengths, right? That's the minimum. I'm looking left, right, it's safe to go. And the way you estimate, the way you judge it is by doing it. The way you learn it is by doing it. You just imagine how many car lengths you want in front of you. If you want 3 car lengths, then you imagine 3 cars between you and the car in front of you. And once you get good at imagining it, once you get good at imagining how many car lengths you want in front of you, you'll get real good at estimating exactly how far back you are. But the only way you'll get good at it is by practicing this. by practicing the important basic fundamentals in getting good at protecting yourself and your family. And the light is green, and I'm looking left, right, left, right. I'm looking, I'm still looking left, right, left, right. I looked left, right 5 times before I got there. So always having a safe following distance. You need to be doing this if you want to get good at protecting yourself and your family. You've got to have a safe following distance if you want to protect yourself and your family. Tailgating is the second biggest cause of death and injury on the road. So why should you do it though? How does it help you? What are the reasons that we need to have a safe following distance? I'm making a lane change to the left, signal, mirror, blind spot, then I can go, if it looks like it. Now we're going to make a U-turn right there. We're just going to turn around and go back. So today we're talking about having a safe following distance. 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So if you're going 40 miles an hour, what's the minimum safe following distance? 4 car lengths, right? And I want to try to turn into the left lane if my car will make it. Yeah, and it made it. So why should you have a safe following distance? How does it help you to have a safe following distance? What are the advantages of having a safe following distance? Why should I do it? What's the advantage of being further behind the car in front of you? How does it help me? What does it give me? Well, the first thing is I have more reaction time, right? More reaction time. When I'm further behind the car in front of me, I have more reaction time. So I want to have more reaction time. So if I want to have more reaction time, what do I have to have? Safe following distance, right? Safe following distance. And why do I want to have more reaction time? Well, if something happens suddenly in front of me, I have a lot of room to see it and to slow down and stop my car if necessary. So I have to have a safe following distance to have more reaction time. So that if something happens in front of me, especially suddenly, that I have plenty of time to see it and plenty of time to slow down and stop if necessary. The light just turned green, I'm looking left, right, it's safe to go. They're either stopped or slowing down. So aim high, look all the way ahead. Get the big picture. Keep my eyes moving 2 times per second, looking for danger. We'll talk about what you need to do with your eyes on the next video. So I'm going to make another lane change. Signal, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. We're going to about 34 miles per hour in a 35. And if I want to go 5 under, that's perfectly fine. I can always go 5 under, anytime, anywhere. The problem is that most people are going too fast most of the time. And what's the biggest cause of death and injury on the road? Speeding, right? Speeding. It's a no-brainer. So always having a safe following distance, and the advantage is I have more reaction time. See that truck in front of us? I have more reaction time. If he stops suddenly, I can see it right away and I can slow down gradually if I need to, and slow down and stop if I need to. So what's the other advantage? What's another advantage of having a safe following distance? When I'm further behind the vehicles in front of me, what's the advantage? I can see better, or I can see worse. When I'm further behind the cars in front of me, I can see better, or I can see worse. What's the answer? Right. I can see better. I can see better. Right. Yeah, it's very simple. Everything in driving is actually very, very simple. I'm just letting him go a little bit, and there I have my safe following distance already. Right at the stoplight, I established my safe following distance. And when it comes to having a safe following distance, is more space better or worse? Is more following distance better or worse? Better. More is better. The more space you can get around your car, the better. Right? So what's the second advantage of having a safe following distance? I can see better. I can actually see what's going on. This guy that's tailgating me, he's just staring at the back end of this car. And I'm going 35 miles an hour. I'm going the speed limit. He's tailgating me, so he's just staring at the back end of this car. That's how most people drive. That's how most people do it. They're just staring at the back end of the car in front of them. He's not really driving. He is literally just following me. He's just following me. He doesn't see what's going on up ahead. He's just staring at the back end of this car. And that's what you've seen most of your life. That's how most people drive. That's how most people do it. That's how most people do the most dangerous thing you're going to be consistently doing over the course of your lifetime, driving a car. They're just staring at the back end of the car in front of them, most of them. And they were never taught much in the first place. We'll make a right turn at the light, so I'm signaling, and I'm going to make a lane change. Mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can pull over. I'm looking left, right, nobody's coming. Real slow turn right into the right lane. And I'm looking all the way up ahead, and I'm seeing everything at the same time, as I'm continuously scanning and searching with my eyes 2 times per second, looking all the way up ahead and get the big picture. Keep my eyes moving 2 times per second, looking for danger. So always having a safe following distance, people, it's your best bet. That is the best way to do it. But most people don't practice these things, and most people have never been taught much about these things. So what's the advantages of having a safe following distance? What are they? What are the first 2 that I taught you now? What are the first 2 advantages of having a safe following distance? More reaction time, right? And what else? We can see better, right? We can see better. These things are very simple principles. The principles of driving are very simple, but not easy. Simple, but not easy. This requires your full attention if you want to get good at it. You have to pay attention to this. No cell phone calls. You can't be carrying on intense conversations while you're driving. You have to concentrate on the job at hand, protecting yourself and your family. I'll make a lane change to the left. Mirror, mirror, blind spot, then I can go. Then we'll make a U-turn right here. We're just going to go all the way around and go back the other way. Nice and slow and easy, right into the left lane. And then we can go. Looking all the way up ahead. 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour. So if I'm going 30 miles an hour, what's the minimum SFD? Right? 3 car lengths. That's the minimum. And when it comes to having a safe following distance, is more better or worse? Always better. Always better. The more space we can get around their car, the better. There's usually not much you'll be able to do about this guy that's going to be tailgating you 98% of the time for the rest of your driving lifetime. So we just see that he's there. You don't want to be intimidated by this guy because he's going to be tailgating you 98% of the time. We're one car length away at a red light. And I'm looking left, right, left, right. Nobody's coming. It's safe to go. Speed limit here is 30, so we'll go about 30 or a little less. And there's some barricades up ahead, so we have to make a lane change to the right. So signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, and you just take your time just like that. Easy does it. You don't need to be in a hurry. And we're keeping a safe following distance. Now lane change to the left. Oh, we'll wait until we get through this intersection here. So lane change to the left. Signal, mirror, mirror, blind spot, then we can go. Always take your time. Doesn't help you to rush. It doesn't give you anything to rush. Rushing is very dangerous. But that's how most people drive. They're speeding, tailgating, and not paying enough attention. That's how most people drive. And we're one car length away. We're going to go left here. And while we're waiting at a light, we want to watch our light, we want to watch traffic, and we want to watch for pedestrians. So you have to stay alert when you're at a red light, watching the light, watching the traffic, and watching for people. And we have a green arrow, we're going left. I'm looking left, right, it's safe to go. And when we make a left turn, turn right into the left lane, just like that. The light up ahead is red, so there's no need to give it more gas. We just let the car coast right down to the red light. And we're just going to stay in the left lane for now. And the light turned green, I'm looking left, right. Left, right, the black van, he's slowing down. He's slowing down. One guy tailgating me, we just see that he's there. Never be intimidated by this guy that's going to be tailgating you 98% of the time for the rest of your driving lifetime. He has to tailgate you because he's addicted to a bad habit. He has to tailgate you, and that's what you've seen your whole life. They have to tailgate people. They can't do it any other way. They have to tailgate. They're addicted to a bad habit, and nobody ever taught them much. They have to tailgate because that's their habit. That's what they always do. And I'm looking left, right, it's safe to go. He has to tailgate me because that's his habit. He can't do it any other way. Impossible. He has to tailgate. That's his habit. So we just see that he's there. We're going 35 miles an hour. That's fast. That's the speed limit. And he's less than one car length away. We just see that he's there. We just see him. And your speed has nothing to do with his tailgating. If I was going 40 here, 5 miles over the speed limit, he'd still be less than one car length away. If I was going 45,